The Maronite Church calendar has 7 seasons. Today begins the season of Holy Announcement, which culminates with the birth of Christ. But to see how intimately we are connected to this season, we need to take a step back to see the big picture of all things. During the last 2 Sundays, we entered into the new liturgical year and reflected on the mystery of the Church itself. You see, creation was originally meant to be a type of church, wherein a place where God can dwell and be in a harmonious relationship with all things. But creation fell and was unfaithful to Him. Later on in the Old Testament, when the temple was built, it was patterned after the new creation, where God can dwell there and be in communion with His people. The problem was that His own people were unfaithful. And so a Redeemer was needed, and a Messiah must come to restore everything. And so the story unfolds with the coming of Christ, who would establish a new creation, a church temple. So today, the saga of redemption begins, and our attention is directed to a humble Old Testament priest, Zechariah, burning incense in the temple. And the archangel Gabriel appears to him and tells him that his own son would be the herald of the coming of Christ. Of course, Zechariah could not believe that he himself would be part of the fulfillment of all of this. Who is he? He's just a humble priest. But God always worked through the humble, and He would continue to work through the humble, and in fact, He would be born in a cave Himself. And God still uses ordinary people like us. We might not be perfect. We may have our own faults and fears, but simply by living Christ-centered lives, we enter into the greater story to help complete the new creation which Christ began. And so you can see how we are very much a part of the redemption story.